What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have the final review on Revell's 1971 Plymouth Hemi Cuda. So this is my version of it, and this is actually a pretty fun build. I did get a couple comments on my unboxing video when I did this, and my videos when I'm building it. People are saying, why are you building this kit? This thing's trash. Very poorly detailed engine and stuff, and I know that the engine is very poorly detailed, but I did fix that. And come to expect, this kit is actually not that bad. This is actually a really nice kit. It went together super clean and it went together super nice. I mean, everything just fell together. So let's go ahead and show you what my version is and stuff about this kit. So first things first, yes, the engine is very poorly detailed. That's the one major part about this kit. But I'll get to that when we get to the engine. But other than that, the kit is wonderful. Only let down if you are getting the newer version of the kit, the latest version. The decal sheet is very big letdown. You are only getting these two side panel decals, one Plymouth decal, and two license plates. That's it. You're getting no gauge clusters, no other stripes or nothing like that. So the decal sheet is a big letdown. So I will give it that. But overall, the kit is pretty good, and it's only 70 parts. So you can really put this together in like 24-hour build or in a 48-hour group build. So this is a really fun kit, very simplified, but yet it does look really good at the end. So let's go ahead and show you what we did to my version. So I want to do a green version because the green is very popular on this car. So this is actually a light green from Tamiya X15, I think it is. This is acrylic paint. I did do a full-on painting video of me painting this body, and the paint job turned out okay. When I was doing the green and stuff with the clear coat, I used 2K Clear, of course, from Finish 1. That had a lot of orange peel because I'm not used to using acrylic paint, so I didn't know what I was doing. But of course, by sanding and polishing, fixed that. So the paint turned out smooth. It turned out really clean. There's no orange peel in it right now. So the paint job turned out pretty good. I was going to do this part black back here, but since this was for a theme for upcoming show that had to get done, which I really got done, a day before the show, I didn't really have time to wet sand this and do it matte, but it looks pretty cool in the gloss. But if you do want to do this decal in matte, all you have to do is gloss over it, so that way it's secured, and then just mask off the decal, and then just go ahead and wet sand it with 2500 wet sandpaper, and that'll give it that matte finish. So that's a little trick that you could probably do with yours if you want to do your decal matte, because these are usually matte on the car, but I did see a few of them that are clear coated and it looks pretty clean. But I would have done it matte, but I didn't really have time because this is for a build for a show. But it looks pretty cool in a gloss. All of the chrome has been stripped and repainted in the outclad chrome. Just give it a more realistic look, because the kit chrome is very toyish and it doesn't look really good. So all of the chrome has been stripped. The mirrors are body color. I did glue those on before I painted the body with actual cement, because there's no physical locking pins for the glue those. I did 3D print some of the hood pins for it. Really cool. Those look really nice. And the wheels are 3D printed as well. Those are basically the kit wheels that comes in the kit, but these ones are more detailed, of course. The holes are open. These are the kit tires, and I just put on some Goodyear Eagle branding decal tires on there for power slide decals. So that looks pretty cool. I did put on the louvers on here. Those are optional, and also the spoiler is also optional. You can just drill out the holes that goes to the trunk for the spoiler. If you don't want the spoiler, then don't drill out the holes. So that's pretty cool. Another thing for touch, I did add an antenna, because these cars usually have pretty big antennas, so I did do that. And one more touch before we go anywhere else on the build is I did a vinyl top. So this is completely new for me. I'd never done a vinyl top before. This is actually masking tape, and this is cheap Dollar General tape, and it looks fantastic. It actually looks really good, very accurate to the real thing. I did hear blue painter's tape works good as well, but if you don't want to spend that much money on blue painter's tape just for this, just go to your local Dollar General and just get their branded mask tape, and it works fantastic. So my first time doing the vinyl top, and it turned out pretty good. It looks really cool, and I'm really digging it. So, but overall, the exterior looks fantastic. I'm really really digging it, and it looks really nice. The interior, it's very basic on these cars. I could have done it white, I could have done it in black, which I did do it in black. This is actually satin black from Ammo by Meg. This is their interior lineup in the Cobalt colors, so it kind of has that like cheap leather look on the seats and the dashboard and stuff. Only thing that is aftermarket or 3D printed, I should say, 3D printed resin in the interior is the steering wheel. The steering wheel is much more detailed. I did do that in a wood tone. That's why these cars were. I did do some black flocking and add some seat belts in there for some extra detail as well. But other than that, the interior is very basic. The seats are stock and it looks good. The interior does look pretty good, and I'm happy with it. You know, there's no gauge cluster decals, which is a bummer. But other than that, it's not a big deal. It's a basic car with a basic interior, so you don't have to go full blown on an interior. These cars usually don't have full two-tone interiors. Usually with the white interior, you have the full white dashboard, full white seats, just the floor is black, I believe. So, but we did black just to kind of suits this green a little bit with the black outline. So that's that. The chassis, there's not really much to show because a lot of it is molded into, not molded in, but a lot of it is molded together, such as your rear axle, leaf springs, and drive shaft is molded one piece, which is not a big deal because there's one color anyway, so that kind of works out good. A lot of your exhaust is molded in as well into the chassis, so some people might not like that, but to me, not a big deal. With a little bit of a paintbrush and bit of silver paint, can't fix anything, so that looks pretty cool. But yeah, the chassis is very basic, so if you're wondering you can do a lot of chassis work on this one, no you can't. So if you take this one to shows, don't really show the chassis because it's poorly detailed. I don't want to say poorly detailed, but your exhaust and stuff is molded in and it's not the best to show. So let's go ahead and go under the hood, and this is where things do matter. So if you are planning on taking this car to shows, if you do want to show off your engine, you do want to go out and find a 3D printed engine. So this one I found on Codes 3D. I will probably link down below to the link of this engine. This is literally the engine that comes in the kit. This is the 426 Hemi engine, but this is just much more detailed. I mean, much more detailed. The kit one is very poorly detailed, so I recommend you do put this engine in this car or go out to Black Box or Iceman Collections or whatever who makes 3D printed engines for you guys. This engine looks fantastic. A lot of it is separate. The carbs look absolutely fantastic. I wired and plumbed this thing. It looks really good. I'm really happy how it looks. This is the Hemi Orange. I did not have any Hemi Orange close to me. Or I didn't have anything on me, but I had to get this build done like I said. So this is actually yellow and red I mixed together. This is from Tamiya. This is their acrylic paints in the little bottles. It's literally just their plain yellow and plain red. I mixed 50-50 mix, and that made it the Hemi Orange because I googled it and it said yellow and red. My bad. Yellow and red, not orange. And then that gives you that Hemi Orange look, and it looks really close. I mean, I think it's dead accurate to the Hemi Orange, so I might do that from now on. But yeah, that looks really good. Valve covers, the black, the all that good stuff. It looks super good under there, and that engine is much more detailed, so I'm really happy with that engine, and it just looks really good. So that's one thing I do recommend this kit. If you are planning on taking the shows and you are planning on opening the hood at the shows, definitely do get an aftermarket 3D printed engine for this kit, because it's definitely needed, because the engine that comes in the kit, like I mentioned, is very poor detailed, and you're not going to get much attention with that engine. So definitely do put a aftermarket engine in this thing. And fun fact, the show I took this car to that's actually a theme, which was the Hemi theme, Chrysler Hemi, and I actually got an award with this kit with this car, which is pretty cool because with a 3D printed engine. If I didn't do a 3D printed engine in this kit, that probably wouldn't have got an award. So just a heads up. But alright guys, that's it for this build. It turned out good. Kind of quick build because again it's a super fine, super easy kit, but it does turn out pretty good. You do take your time. So is this kit really trash? No. No, it's not. It's actually a really nice kit. It goes together super nice. I believe this was originally a monogram kit, but this kit, it went together nice. I mean, I kid you not. So don't listen to those guys that are saying this kit is trash, poorly detailed. Yes, the engine is poorly detailed, part of the engine is kind of poorly detailed, but the exterior looks nice, the interior is very accurate. Just put in the aftermarket engine and boom, you have yourself a masterpiece. But alright guys, that's it for this video. There are some pictures of it in the paint booth or photo booth at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But until my next video, we'll catch you next time.
Jack it up.
Yeah. Unknown Brain. Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.